I'm Heather from here Booktubes, and today is the Kindle Clear Out Readathon TBR. Bree from Love and Words is the creator and host for the Readathon. So the first one is to read an e-arc. I don't have any e-arcs. I don't currently want any e-arcs, so I'm just going to skip this one. Next is Vlog Your Reading. This I will be doing on Instagram in my Instagram stories, and that's where I'm going to check that off. Next is a book by a BIPOC author, and for this I picked Awakened, which is the first in the Oracle Chronicles by Moni. This has been recommended to everybody by Bree Hill, and I've had it for a couple of months, and I figured if I hadn't read it by October that I would read it in October, and this is the perfect time to read it. I don't really know much about it per se. It's a paranormal romance, and like strange things are happening and the guy knows what's happening, or knows more than she does, and I'm excited to see where it goes. Next is Posted TBR. I already did this on Instagram. I'm doing it currently on YouTube. Check. Next is Disability Rep, which Bree and Avery both have chronic illnesses. My book for this is The Queen of Attolia, which is the second in the Queen's Thief series by Whalen Turner. This is a young adult fantasy series. It is a reread for me. The final book of the series comes out in October 6th. So I'm doing a reread to prepare for that. I'm not going to be caught up at the time of release, but hope to get there in the next couple of months. And since this is a reread, I'll let you know how this fits without trying to give any spoilers away. In the second book in the series, everybody starts out able-bodied, and one of the main characters has something happen to them which gives them a disability. This is a big plot point in the series. It's going to be referenced often. We see them struggle to accept that they're never going to be able to do everything that they did before again. They actually fall into a depression, and it's just, I think it's really well done, because at first I thought it was a little bit of a cop-out that I was picking this, but it does fit the prompt. I did already have it. I was already planning on reading it, and now I really don't think it is a cop-out, because it does a good job of showing how sometimes life changes in ways that you didn't want, that you couldn't control, that you wouldn't have necessarily picked, but then you adapt and you keep on living, and you do the best you can with what you have, because that's all any of us can do. The series is fantastic. If you haven't heard me rave about it before, let me just tell you, it's greatness, and you should read it. It has great political intrigue, it has great behind the scenes things happening, and clever characters. Oh, and in this book, the second book, we finally get some romance happening, and it's one of my all-time favorite romances. Even though it's a small storyline, I love it. Next is Post a Wrap Up. I will almost definitely only do this on Instagram, but you never know. It might show up on YouTube too. Next is Your Oldest Ebook. Now, I don't keep ebooks that I don't read. I delete them off of Goodreads. I delete them off of my devices. I don't like holding on to things that I didn't get to. So my oldest ebook right now that is unread is not that old, and it is The House on the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. This is a male-male romance between a guy that is doing the auditing of a like paranormal, not foster home, but almost like a school slash home where they take the ones that nobody else wants, and the guy that runs it is his love interest, and I've heard nothing but rave reviews. I've heard it's like the squishiest, softest, most emotional, cute little thing that you've ever read in your entire life, and so I'm very nervous because that's a lot of hype, so I've been putting it off, but this is the week. Next is Attend the Live Show, which I definitely plan on doing. Next is your shortest ebook. For this, currently it's 119 pages, which I often have things shorter than that, but right now it's 30 Day Boyfriend by Whitney G. This is a boss talks her into being his fake fiance for 30 days, and Spencer from Intentionally Bookish has recommended it a couple different times, and I'm excited to try it out. Next, we have follow/subscribe to all of the hosts. I already follow all of them, and the Etsy shop owners, I follow everybody already. They're all great. Next is your newest ebook, and for this, I just downloaded on Kindle Unlimited like yesterday or the day before. Nectar, which is Nectar #1 by Dee Prince. Someone commented and told me that this is a great vampire romance and that I might really like it. and I was in a vampire mood, so I downloaded it. This is a vampire prince. He's gifted a girl who is trying not to feel anything, and he won't let her run away from her emotions. Next is poster review. They did mention specifically to hopefully do the one that has the least amount of reviews and try and help that author out, and I will definitely be doing this. All right, other books that I want to clear out in my Kindle that have been on there for a while that are worth mentioning but don't necessarily fit the other prompts. First is the Gorrison Traveler Incident, which is Veslor Mates #1 by Laurann Dohner. I have read and loved the New Species series by Laurann Dohner. I've read one or two others and wasn't overly impressed, but I'm hoping that I love this one. Her ship is attacked and she sends out a distress signal and he answers it, and so he's fighting for her and the other survivors and also thinks she might be his mate, which I'm all about. And then the other one is Toxic Desire, which is Planet of Desire #1 by Lovett. This is an aphrodisiac planet, and he either shot her ship down or she just crash landed, and he hates humans, but it's an aphrodisiac planet, so they really want each other, and he knows that if they don't get off, they're gonna end up with a mating bond. So one assumes that they get it. That's it. September 15th through October 15th in the United States is also Latinx/Hispanic Heritage Month. So I do have a couple of books by Latinx authors specifically that I wanted to try out. So far I haven't found any that I really loved that I've downloaded specifically for this purpose, but I do have a couple more to try out. I will be mentioning all of this on Instagram over the next week. I'm here booktubes on Instagram. I am commenting on like all of this stuff for the readathon, so chances are good that you can find me if you want to. I think this is a really cool readathon. It's really well done. I'm super impressed with Bree because she said this is her first readathon and she was really worried about it, and I'm like, this is top-notch stuff. Like, this is good. So I'm excited. What are you hoping to read? Follow me on Instagram. I'll tell you all the things. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.